I think we should address the issue of making violence genderless. I know that the VAWC has a bias for women, and that's rightfully so. But to neglect the needs of men is a mistake. I think family violence can be inflicted by either gender. And it's one thing to be battered husband. What about adult children? Still living with their parents under the heavy weight of problematic father's arms? Or under the violent tantrums of an uncle? Violent fathers, uncle, they are very common in the Philippines, especially in squatters areas. In some middle income families where these issues cannot be addressed. If the focus is too much, women and children, we cannot address the entire scope of family problems. And one of the root causes of the educational problems, and perhaps even contributing causes of criminality in the country. I propose that even the Senate does not make violence genderless. We can begin to speak out and
What are your plans for college?
Di na ko motiwas og college.
Really? I'm planning to be an ethical hacker or web developer.
You're the one with the huge brain. Okay, I think I want to be a forensic psychologist. Pero mo proceed pa ko na if ever go back to school.
no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression, and the right to peaceably assemble for the redress of.
I am not the government and misogyny is not an opinion.
I don't hate women or feminists.
Yet you like to minimize their problems. You're guilty of misogyny, lies, and normalizing violence against women. Okay, you look hurt. We'll get you to the hospital, okay? Stop it! If anything happens to me, Heart Miranda from her school will kill herself. Why would you do that? Heart Miranda was molested by Grimes, an instructor in school in her department.
I stopped schooling, remember?
You will be responsible for Heart if you don't drop that man. That sexist, predatory man and face me.
You hate all men. Idol lagi nimo si Jason Todd.
Not all men are... Okay, time out. The phrase, not all men, tends to trigger a lot of women because it is seen as making an excuse for men's predatory and abusive behavior. While true, and while the boys have to held accountable for the way they treat the girls. It's also a mistake to demonize men altogether and to neglect their mental health. And some of the abuse they make too from their partners or their parents. I know my mind is racing at 70 miles per hour, but that is just the way I think. Not all men. One is classically abusive family where occurrences of sexual, psychological, physical, and economic abuses occurs. The other type is a tricky family where the outward patterns and relational styles are normal, but one or both the parents are emotionally tend to vent their anger on their children inappropriately. Sometimes abusively if emotional intelligence on the parents is low. It is in tricky families where both women and men can be victims because there tends to be no one to talk to. And since the family appears normal, outwardly, victims are less likely to speak up. I'm not trying to take away the Me Too movement. I'm saying this is part of the overall picture of improving gender equality. and mental health for both women and men. It can segue into higher and more nuanced conversations of feminism and how protecting men also ultimately helps teach them to treat women like equals. Okay, I get you. Men can be assholes, but you need to put the gun down. Let me leave and I need to help David here. You will not help him if you do your behaving like Trump or J.K. Rowling. I bet you hate transgender people. I have a very, very close friend who is a trans and lives in Burnside.
Oh, really? You love LGBT, don't you? Do you really support everyone in the LGBT community?
I am a feminist and I protect LGBTQ members too. So, Alexis, are you an ace? I frequent Twitter a lot. I am on social media a lot. In fact, I've noticed in Cebu some really helpful feminist and progressive groups, and I have known people to have a very strong points of view on violence against women and children, or the VAWC. I've noticed a certain group of people, cluster of Twitter users who use the not all men hashtag. Well, I'm in Cebu again because this is like my second home next to Burnside, and I've noted how many of them might be from Cebu City in case they might be needing help. And one user stands out. She has a picture of Jason Todd, Red Hood, the Gotham vigilante whom we once fought in the Bat family. Out of 40 users, only one of them, at least one of them, I clicked, has a Red Hood cover photo, and her name is Gretchen Takan. Gretchen Takan. You're one of the 40 users who recently used the not all men hashtag? Oh, good. You're a fucking fascist too, Batgirl. No, I want to help you. I want to help Harriet. But you have to let me go. Alexis can help you here. Gretchen, listen. I know you've been hurt, and if this Graham teacher is as bad as you say he is, we can help you. How? By punching him in the face? You have to put him down. Men like him, men like David have to be terminated. I'm sorry. I have a soft spot for David. He's one of us. Try and see the larger picture here.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is full of things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.
Okay.
So treat the worst.
Helping people is usually about finding how their point of view matches your own. Sometimes it's about helping those you would rather not. And often, fighting people you often find fighting versions of yourself that you think are different from you. But in reality, you and your opponent can be really similar. I have fought the most irredeemable people in Gotham. They deserve to be captured and caught. And yet some people, like Gretchen here, feel like their actions are more a cry for help than for a desire to do pure evil. What if I have a friend who will pay for your tuition? Or you can enroll in a different university. Come to me in Gotham?
Who's gonna pay for my tuition, Bruce Wayne?
Okay, I'll pay for your tuition. Once I make enough money as a web developer, I can give you a student loan.
No, thanks.
I have a passion for information sciences. But you know what? I think I also want to be a police officer.
But you didn't have to cut me off. Make out like it never happened and that we were nothing. I don't even need your love. You treat me like a stranger and that feels so rough. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. Guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. I used to know. Now and then I think of all the times you met